not only the inside, also, you know, from the corporate side, I guess. I'm a little bit resistant. That's why it didn't roll right off the tongue. A little bit resistant to that word. But from the secret headquarters side, that sounds better. From the secret headquarters side, as well as from the outside, because I think one thing that's most important is that we all want to make sure that, you know, we're involved in, and I mean, obviously the proof is all around us, so it's not like we need to sell, tell, explain, and convince, but it's nice to get an outside perspective. So we're going to bring some people up who are going to give us just their thoughts, their perspective. People have been in the industry for a long time, just kind of asking some questions, just do some Q&A. Then we're going to do a little bit of product and compensation plan stuff. We'll get into that and kind of take it as we go. But here's what I want to point out. We're also going to be giving away a lot of cash today, okay? We're going to hand it. Who's excited about seeing some cash? Mac is. So we're going to give away some cash. We're going to bring up one of those big silver suitcases and make it look all gangster, okay? We've got the Scarface shirts on. Well, I've got mine on today anyway. And then we're going to give away some checks. Who's excited about seeing some checks? But here's what I want to point out is today from about 4:30 to 6:30, we're going to be doing something that's very unique and special. We've got something that we're going to be releasing, and it's not just our inner badass. We're going to be releasing something that, in our opinion, and usually we're pretty spot on with this stuff just because we've been doing it for long enough that we usually have an idea of what's going to happen that's going to completely not only revolutionize our industry, but also it's going to make you guys a whole lot more money. And it's going to take these incomes from 10, 20, and 30,000 a month to 10, 20, 30,000 a day.
Launched, and you know, you guys heard the story last night. Everything broke. You know what I mean? We launched. We didn't have good infrastructure. I don't think we understood infrastructure. You know what I mean? It's like people looked at our site and I was like, I think there's two guys in like their living rooms running this thing, and yeah, there was. You know what I mean? I used to, you know, when we first started out, we didn't even have a customer support desk. You know, I don't think we actually had one. We got we got a thing for customer service, and Dave and I used to answer them. You know what I mean? People would send in, it's not working. I'd say, stop complaining, go make some money. And it didn't really work very well, you know, to keep people around. I was like, well, these idiots, why don't they just go sell stuff? You know what I mean? So that didn't work, but then, you know, we didn't understand, like, laws and, you know, putting things together, and we started to get really big. You know what I mean? And so Dave and I you know, we're on the phone every day with lawyers in the beginning. A lot of people don't know that, for hours. Banks, lawyers, you know, the most boring conversations you've ever had in your life. You know what I mean? It's like, it's enough to just, the conversation would speed up the drying of paint by 200%. And so, you know, we were doing this stuff, and then it was like, you know, we got, you know, a customer support person or two, you know, and then we got another one, and then, you know, they were working all over the world, and then Dave got an assistant, and we were looking at this, and we're like, God, we're just doing all this crazy stuff. You know, we tell you guys you don't have to do all this stuff, and you don't, because there's like an army of people doing it. You know what I mean? That's why we tell you guys to not do customer support, because there's people doing it and you suck at it, right? And don't want to do it anyway, right? So, you know, we have people for that. And so we, you know, Dave got on the phone, he's like, man, I think we should just start hiring people. We started getting advice, and we've actually got an infrastructure now.